What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Mach Makeover on Driver Ty. Jumping right into this episode, I gotta give you some bad news. It was not the news I was looking forward to. As you saw, we pulled up to the shop and it was the worst news they could have gave me. In other words, there's no room to just replace the stud. So, with that being said, a simple fix is not gonna be the case here. I either have to completely get the manifolds replaced and or do long tubes. So there is no such thing as just replacing that one stud that broke, sadly. It's not the news I wanted to hear, and it's honestly gonna make things a little difficult moving forward. You know, what was supposed to be a quick $150, $200 fix turned into, yeah, this is gonna cost you a couple thousand. I said, yeah, nope, I'm good. Automatically, immediately went and picked the car up, brought it back home, started finding other, looking for other avenues to go down. So I called other places and I came to the conclusion that, hey, this place right here quoted me $1,200 to replace the manifolds completely, and they would get the manifolds themselves OEM directly from Ford. So I was like, that sucks, but it's the most affordable option to get what has to be done. So as you're about to see in this clip right here, I went down to that shop. Let's roll the clip now. This thing drives like a caddy, boy, I tell you what. She does drive like a caddy. I'll tell you one thing though, I really hope a cop does not pull up on me, because oh my God, we are so highly illegal. I know we sound ridiculous going down the road, bro. The SpongeBob bubbles geek me out. Alright, we're almost to the shop. We're gonna get this thing pulled in and I'll get back to you on an update, I guess. Fingers crossed for your boy. Well, as you saw, I was super excited thinking everything was gonna go smooth. Wrong. Bad news again. They essentially told me the same thing, that their original quote of $1,200 is now going to be $3,000, and I'm just not doing it. I'm not spending $3,000 for a fix when I couldn't even probably sell this car as is for $3,000 right now. Honestly, it blows my mind. It's been pissing me off. I have been so mad these past couple weeks trying to figure out a solution for this. And honestly, I'm only gonna try one more place. I found one more place. This guy, literally all he does is headers. Literally all he does is headers, so I'm gonna get manifolds. I'm gonna take it to him, and he says $1,200 to replace the manifolds. I'm hoping and praying that these other shops just didn't wanna do the work, so they're giving me a much higher number to do the work, and you know, obviously they're not going to do it if they don't want to do it, but if they're about to get $3,000, then obviously they're going to do it. So I'm really hoping these other shops just haven't felt like doing it, you know, so they're giving me a super high price, as opposed to this guy where this is all he does. So I'm going to try it one more time. It's not going to be in this episode, but one of these episodes coming up, I believe the date will be the 21st of October is when this guy has availability for me. Hopefully third time's the charm. And if this guy does the same, I'm not paying $3,000 to have this done. I can tell you that much. So if this guy gives me the bad news, then I don't know where we go from here, honestly. If anybody out there has a set of long tubes or OEM manifolds, because I can't get OEM manifolds, I can't just buy them straight up. You know, I have these Chinese manifolds from American Muscle, but you know, that's just not what you want to have. So if anybody out there, hit me up in my email, driverty88@gmail.com. If anybody has OEM manifolds for an 03, 04 Mach 1/Cobra and or long tubes they're willing to let go of, please hit me up in my email, drop a comment down below or something, you know, get in touch with me because I am in desperate need. And Mach is in desperate need. This car will never get on the road without those things. Like I said, I cannot get OEM. They just don't sell that anymore. So I would have to get somebody's used. So please help a brother out. I really do not want to use these American Muscle ones because God only knows what could go wrong with those. They could either crack, not seal properly. It's just a nightmare to think about, but that's all I have right now. That's my only option until I can find some OEMs or long tubes, because I'm also not about to spend $3,000 for long tubes on a 2003 Mustang either. That's not really an option. I'm looking for y'all's help. Real cool, guys, before we get back into the video, as you know, there's nothing more important than protecting your vehicle and or an asset for me and other people on YouTube. So today, Viofo sent me out a dash cam that we're gonna do a full review on. I'm gonna highlight all the specs of this camera for you, but it's about time. It's been a long time coming. I need to get one of these in my car. It's gonna be a big shout out to Viofo for sending that out. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed and see what we got. So this camera comes with a 4K front, a 2K rear, as well as 1080p interior recording. And this is actually the first dash cam using the Sony Starvis 2 image sensors. The sensor is gonna be amazing quality, especially at night. You know, you'll be able to see license plates really good, which we'll go through all of that as you'll see. You do have a hardwire kit if you wanted to run it off the key cycle, and you know, it makes everything a little bit cleaner too. So it's nice getting this. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna go ahead and just plug this into the outlet. So we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up and see what we got on the inside. So we have our front facing camera right here. It comes with a screen that's really nice, but you also have an interior camera as well as the rear camera. So that's really cool, especially for all of you out there that do any Lyft driving, Uber Eats, anything like that. Interior camera is gonna be a must-have for you. And just to compare, this is next to a car key. As you can see, a car key small enough, then you have this which is even smaller. It's really cool. So here's all the wiring components you'll need just to plug it into the cigarette outlet. You know, if you just wanted to be quick and easy with it. Now there's nothing left to do. We need to go ahead and get this thing installed and see what it can really do. Before you install your dash cam, what you want to do is honestly really important to make sure you clean your windshield inside and out, which I just did on mine. So we're about to get this thing installed. A couple key features before I do install this. Voice control functionality, which is both safe and convenient when you're trying to lock footage while you're driving. It has HDR enhanced vision, which balances extremely dark and or bright environments. It also comes with 3 parking modes for auto event detection, time-lapse recording, and low bitrate recording. This specific camera was actually recognized as New York Times Best Camera of 2024. I have everything installed. As you can see, we have our head unit right here, interior facing cam, and the rear cam. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna install this in the wife's car because I would feel much more comfortable with her having it, because we've actually had a mishap with her car. We've had people come up and pull her license plate by hand. We've had somebody hit the back of her car. So I'm actually thinking this might be the better option for the wife, as her car seems to be having all the issues, and I'm gonna have to get Viofo to send me another one out personally from my vehicle. But yeah, we have everything installed, head units installed, interior cams installed, as well as our rear facing cam. So now there's nothing left to do but put this thing to use. All right, y'all, here we are on the road. It's time to go out and get some quality tests done on this dash cam. AES 2912. Y'all saw that. All right, daytime cruise and test over. Now let's skip ahead to nighttime. It obviously looks really good from the interior point of view, especially if you're out here giving Uber lifts or anything like that at nighttime. You know, you got a good visual of what's going on around in case something silly were to happen. All right, here we are pulling up to a red light. Let's get a look at these license plates and see how they look at night. $135-110D. See that clear as day. Make sure y'all head to the product links down in the description. Viofo will be running a 38% off select products for a fall sale October 7th and October 8th. Once again, big thanks to Viofo for sending the dash cam out. So skipping ahead, with all that being said, we got something going on in the garage, something special, something very important. Gotta have that Aloni on deck. Cheers. What the hell? What we got going on here?
Hot mess.
Oh my God.
Yes. Put that 1995 window tint on here.
That 95 window tint. We're finally getting some tint on this baby. Since I've owned this car back in 2012, this thing has had zero tint at all. Obviously it's had some before. Obviously he's had some before because he is currently in here battling glue that was stuck to the rear window here, as you can tell. So he's battling for his life right now. So as you can see here, Steve is in here going through it. Once again, I know y'all seen it before. Make sure y'all go follow Steve on Instagram at SNS Auto Outfitters. He'll get you right. This is the man to see. But he is in here battling some glue that has been stuck to the rear window of this vehicle since I've owned it back in 2012. So I can't even begin to think about the kind of pain he's dealing with right now. But yes, he is finally getting this thing straight. We are finally gonna have Mach Uno tinted. It's not gonna be a fun one for him, but I believe he's gonna get it right for us. Yeah. This thing is about to be... Yeah! Well, I don't know how he did it, but he managed to get all that glue off the back of here, which is honestly very impressive.
There, Steve. There was a lot.
Yeah, that's being very old too doesn't help.
There's no back seats in there or anything. He was fighting for his life.
Yeah, look at that. That's just...
See what he was working with here.
Yeah.
Cardboard box.
Humpty Dumpty right there.
Humpty Dumpty, 12-inch subs. Hey, you got her though.
Yeah.
Speaking of tint, that brother done got his Raptor tinted and yeah. This thing looks like a beaut. Just that simple thing changed the whole dynamic of the truck. It's crazy. You gotta love some tint, man. Gotta love some tint. We're supposed to be out here working and grinding. We'll just show you all this.
It's kind of nice.
Dude, we're supposed to be grinding and working right now.
Brother,
You're in
I've
here
been
sleeping,
filming
dog.
all fucking day.
This is honestly disturbing.
Yo, low key, get Romina back here too.
Oh my.
Get the fuck out of my shit, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the tint job is complete. It is time to get this baby pulled out and see what we are working with. It's instant. Yeah. Oh my God. Game changer. So we had to leave the windshield for obvious reasons. We'll get to that later, but for now we had to get this taken care of. Told you that release point is instant.
Nah, that needs to be addressed, brother.
Nah, dude, I love it.
What?
I like that a lot.
It's no joke. The clutch has, you have that much off the pedal before it's in full engagement.
It's nice.
Did you see me
dude.
bucking it?
Yeah.
If it had a bath, it would look really good.
If it had a bath, it would look really good.
For real.
It's purring like a kitten though, isn't it? He's plotting. Dude, the tint was just so mandatory. It made the biggest difference, I swear.
Another step down there, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are one step closer to Mach Uno being fully revived. Now, I mean, we just gotta jump right into getting down the road to the shop to get that manifold replaced. I.e., both manifolds replaced.
Hopefully they redo the clutch too.
Dude, this clutch is mint,
That
brother.
shit
I
is
love it, dude.
crazy.
I love it.
Fucking Steve, putting it down. What's this guy looking at? Did you hear the thing fire up in the garage? It sounded like a NASCAR.
Dude,
Sounded nasty.
you're crazy. I love this clutch, dude. This thing drives like a cat.
I can't do the clutch. I can't do it.
Really?
Nah, I can't do it.
It's because you're not used to it.
Nah, facts.
I'm used to it. I mean, what?
Dude, this thing drives good. Even without the fucking O2s. Why is it driving so good?
I don't know, brother. She's just muling through.
I mean, just leave it open header. Fuck it.
I mean, why not? I mean, I'll lose probably like 5 gallons.
Yeah. I wonder what would happen if you wadded it. Obviously don't, but I wonder if like it would like buck or some shit. Sounds so good. Yo, why is Steve creeping? Yo, he wants your car,
Dude, he
dog.
wants his bad, brother. I'm telling you. The only reason he came out here was just so he could see the car and see what he's working with. He's plotting in his head what he's gonna need to do.
Look, he's still learning, dude. He won't drive off. Look at him. He's creeping. Oh, he goes. Oh no, he's leaving. I thought he was coming back.
Well, as you saw, Mach Uno has officially been tinted, and jumping ahead to a few days later, this thing looks so good. Let me tell you, this thing looks mean. I love it. But just because the manifolds didn't get done does not mean there aren't a couple things that still need to be done to this car that I have the availability to do right now. Probably 7 years ago, me and another guy got really drunk and decided, oh bro, let's take some weight out of this thing. We don't have back seats. I do have the back seats. They're in a garage over in the second phase of this complex. They have been in there for years. So we kind of just need to go in there and see what kind of shape they're in. I'm honestly scared. There's probably going to be some mold on those things. We might have to do a little cleaning, but hopefully they're in decent shape and we can get those tossed in right now. I suppose we can take another go at it with this cowl. Honestly, not looking forward to that because that was an absolute pain, but it needs to go on. It has to go on, so maybe we can try and get that on there. You know, just things that need to be done. You know, things that we can take care of right now. First things first, we need to get to this garage and hope and pray those back seats are in decent shape. Oh, as predicted, these things almost look white. They're actually not in bad shape. They just got some mold built up on them, but no problem. Get that cleaned up, and these things should actually be good to go. They're not fully dried out, you know, they're just covered in filth. All right, we got the seats transported. Damn golf cart died on me all the way up there. I had to push it all the way down. That was absolutely crucial. And actually, got a little treat for Uno. What once was Sonic's home is now going to be Uno's garage, and I'll show you just why. Coming over here, what's up, bro? We got the other big garage in my building. So this will officially be Sonic's new home because that is my apartment right upstairs. Neighbors do not have to hear me start this car up below their apartment anymore, so this is huge. Sonic's garage right here below my apartment, so I don't have any concerns of complaints or being too loud. I can do what I want in here. Oh no, you poor soul. One day we'll get you on the road. Just not today. So as I was prepping back here to get everything ready, I come to the realization that I do not have the rear seat buckles. So yeah, seats are not going in today. It's kind of annoying, but at least for now, I'll get these things cleaned and ready for the next episode. Alright y'all, so I think we're going to be a-okay when it comes to the back seats. Because I mean, look at this. These things look mint. She's right back to life, baby. Obviously we need to take a little vacuum to the sides here, but that ain't nothing. We need to have a little assessment of what we're working with here. So maybe a nice little wash instead of the back seats for today. Go through the paint, see if we find anything that's irreversible. If everything's good, maybe Steve, nice little ceramic. Come on, man. A little paint correction, a little ceramic. I don't know, I think we need to get this thing washed and go from there and see what we got. But before we do that, I think we need to vacuum this stuff out. Make an attempt at putting that cowl on. Alright, not perfect, but goodness gracious, that's a whole lot better. I think we might be good to go. I'll tell you what. See right here, it's like popped up just a little bit, but there's not even a clip that goes underneath this spot that would even hold it in. So I think that, you know, it's gonna be a matter of just having to suck that up. But other than that, every other one is in, so I think we might be good to go. Next potential task at hand is figuring out what all we have off of here that needs to go back on, because I do not know. So the list of things I need is continuously piling up because I only have one push pin right here. I have no others that match. So that kind of sucks. But, oh well. Well, I just came to grab the headlights to toss those in, but can't use these. These are absolutely compromised. And this one over here doesn't even have any on there. So, gotta get new headlights now. But we do have hope for the third brake light, so maybe we can get this thing tossed in. Let's see what we're working with back here. We should be good over here. I just need to figure out what size bolt is holding that in, swap that baby out, and we should be ready to rock. So we have an issue. A bolt in there is completely bent, so this nut is not coming out. Now I gotta work through that. Yeah, buddy, I got something for that. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, hit the brakes. No. We're missing 3 lights. Can't catch a brake on anything, man. Even the third brake light, can't even catch a brake on it. You wanna help me with something? Alright, it's time to give the old boy a nice little wash. Let's see what we're working with paint wise. Obviously I'm not going to pay any mind to the wheels because these are not what's going to be on there. So, but paint, we need to go ahead and do something to this and see what we're working with. Anybody else's foam cannons just stop working randomly? I've used the thing like 3 times and now it's not working. It's like barely foaming up at all. There's 0 suds and it's starting to piss me off. Literally worked fantastic like 5 times. I mean, honestly, this paint is in a lot better shape than I thought it was. It's funny because I was actually thinking I was going to end up going the route of wrapping this car, but honestly, I think 1 round of clay bar and a quick polish, this thing will be mint. That's honestly all it really needs for real. Yeah, I mean, I think Steve could do some wonders with this paint. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look at that. Look at this thing shining. Mach Uno looks alive again. For all of you out there watching this video for inspiration on a budget build, well, this video goes to show that when it comes to cars, especially like new edges, almost everything is not going to go your way, because when I tell you nothing has gone my way, I'm blessed about the paint. I will say that. You know, that's actually not bad. It is one step paint correction away from being mint condition. But nothing has gone my way, man. Literally nothing. Back seats don't have things I need for. Third brake light, those don't even work. Headlights were ripped up in the box, can't use those. Manifolds, can't get those replaced without paying for the cost of a new motor. Like, for all those out there that are watching for inspiration, just know it's almost never going to go your way. But the beauty of it is, at least nothing is expensive when it comes to the new Edge Mustang, outside of motor work, because that's just a whole different story. But in terms of making this thing look good, you know, it's fine. Just little pennies here and there, you know. Beautiful thing about a new Edge. But yeah, if you're looking at me for inspiration on a budget build, I gotta tell you, man, nothing is going my way. For those of you that didn't tune into last week's video, make sure you go tap into that, because it was an absolute banger, and let me just show you why. Sonic is looking mean. The new shoes are absolutely insane. There was so much love in the comments. I honestly can't believe how many people loved this. I thought I was gonna get a lot of hate, especially for doing it so soon, but as you can see, man, it was all for a reason. The titanium gray absolutely goes stupid on the deep impact blue, and I couldn't be happier about the way this thing looks. Oh baby. In terms of the day for Uno, I think this is about all we can do. We got the delete kit back in, minus one push pin that, you know, I couldn't find anywhere, but whatever, that's fine. We got the cowl back on. I don't know how I managed to do it, because we were fighting this thing last time, but cowl's on, that looks great. And we got the third brake light back in, even though it doesn't work, but oh well, just had to get another one. It works enough for now. Sadly, I think this is going to be the last Mach Makeover episode for a few weeks. As you heard me talk about in the beginning of the video, sadly I'm able to do nothing else with Uno until we get it to the shop and get these manifolds replaced. So once again, I'm going to say it again. If any of you out there watching have OEM manifolds for an 03, 04 Mach 1/Cobra and or long tubes you're willing to part ways with, let me know in the comment section, or let me know in my email. But I promise, we have so much more to do with this car. As soon as I can get this thing on the road and legal, I have so much stuff in store through this vehicle you're not going to want to miss out on. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.